Tonight on GAYXYZ, we're talking about revenge. Is it worth it? Also, talking about transracialism. What's that? Anti-gay lawmaker caught having gay sex in his office. What else is new? People's sexiest man alive is none other than a homophobic country singer. We'll talk about that as well. And of course, we're going to talk about the Housewives of Atlanta. So, that and much more tonight on Gay XYZ. Hi, everybody. Welcome to GAYXYZ. It's your host, Donovan and Jason. How's it going, Jason?
I'm going pretty good.
Good.
I'm getting my life together right now. Yes.
Oh, you need to do something. Anyway, where it's what is today? Today's November the 16th, 2017. We're coming at you as always from Dallas, Texas. Thanks for listening. If you're listening for the first time, you can always join us here live, listening live at gayxyz.com or at spreaker.com. What are you doing? I can hear everything you're doing in the background. Everything. Seriously. Whatever you're doing, just be still or whatever. It's just really unprofessional. Anyway, so tonight we're talking about revenge. Is it worth it? We're talking about transracialism. We're talking about some politics. We're talking about general news. We're talking about lots of stuff tonight. So if you want to chime in, you can call 214. Actually, you can't call that number anymore because I got rid of it a long time ago. Sorry. You can call Off Limits Show on Skype. If you want to call in anytime during the show, it costs you nothing, and we'd be happy to hear from you. Also, be sure to check us out on iTunes and on Spreaker.com and, of course, iHeartRadio. So after the show is done, you can hear us on iHeartRadio. It only broadcasts live on Spreaker and our website. So anyway, so let's get this party started. First of all, let's talk about revenge. Do you have anybody you want to get revenge against, Jason?
There are people that not currently, but there are people that I've gotten revenge against in the past.
Well, and how did it make you feel?
I felt great afterwards. I
What did you get revenge about?
I was asleep that night.
What did you get revenge about? What was it for? I mean, what did they do to you? I'm not. You have to be completely specific, but.
Well, this is many years ago. I was dating this guy, and he was just well, no, no, I wasn't dating him. We were talking, and we were getting to the point where he was dating, where we were going to start dating,
Uh huh.
and pretty much he was too tight for me. So I just took matters into my own hands.
What did you do?
I'm trying to remember because this happened when I was like 19, so I'm trying to remember. But I keyed his vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I keyed his vehicle and put a Snickers bar in his gas tank,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that was it. I think that's all I
A
did.
Snickers
It's
bar
it
in
was
his
either
gas
Snickers,
tank.
well, it was either Snickers or like sugar.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Wow. You could have completely destroyed his car.
Well, I did. That was the whole point.
Oh my gosh. Wow. And so you really think that merited your behavior? Your response?
I felt great when I did.
But because he had cheated on you or he was two timing you or whatever, that was enough for you to actually destroy his car.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I see things differently. I am not a vengeful person. I'm sure you're surprised to hear that, but I'm really not. I'm not somebody who seeks revenge or whatever. Because typically, if somebody has wronged me or hurt me in some way, I usually am at the point where I don't care about them anymore. I don't give a fuck what they think. I don't give a fuck what they're doing. I don't give a fuck. And so I don't give a fuck. So I don't have the need to actually go and try to hurt them back or whatever because their behavior says everything it needs to say on its own, in my opinion. That's just how I look at it. And so it's not to say I've never, like when I was 19, I egged a boyfriend's car or something. But that was it. I mean, that's pretty much the extent of my my revenge. I mean, other than the law, like using the law if somebody fucks me over that way, yeah. But otherwise, no, I don't really care enough.
I just remember I did something a little bit later too. Go ahead and finish.
You did what? No, go ahead.
I remember that I did something else a little bit later too.
Go ahead.
Oh, so my stepdad was an evil son of a bitch. He was like verbally abusive.
Uh huh.
This happened probably when I was like maybe 17, 18, somewhere around there. Because I think I was still living at home. I do remember that. So it had to be like 17 or 18. So my dad always had this reason like his eyes would always get red. I guess just him drinking and yelling and all that stupid shit that he
Was
did.
your dad an alcoholic?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I was like, how can I get him back? What can I do to get him back?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, this light bulb came on. I was like, oh, I have an idea.
Yeah.
But he always use like this IC chip
Oh my God.
medicine cabinet.
Uh-huh.
So I squeezed out all the IC
Mm-hmm.
and I replaced it with bleach.
You could have blinded him.
I don't care.
Wow.
And then when he did, I can laugh at it now because it's actually really funny. But when when he did do it, he put the eye drops in his eye. He just began like screaming and yelling at the top of his lungs, and I was like, oh, this is that was revenge for me. I loved every moment of it. Well, I really didn't care. He was like, "Hey, get the fuck out of his house." I'm like, I didn't care. I was moved out there anyway, so I really didn't care. But um, yeah, that was fun time for me. I enjoyed it. He was like, "I'm gonna go blind." I was just like, so I like the way you talk to me. I'm like, that's the least of your worries.
I'm trying to get the song on here.
What the hell is that?
I'm trying to play the song just for you, Jason, if I can find the right one. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. Here it is. Here we go. That's you, Jason. You're a cold-hearted snake. That is cold. Very cold. Very, very cold.
But you know what? And to this very day, I don't feel sorry about it at all.
Wow. I don't know. For me, I guess. I mean, there's been.
And I'm more of a vengeful person than you are.
Oh yes, by far. There's been many, 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 many times where people have fucked me over or wronged me in some way, where I had stuff on them, or I had things that could have ruined their lives, or I could have harmed them in some way, and I never did it because I just didn't feel like I didn't cared enough. I mean, I don't know. I just am not the kind of person who has that thing in me where I need to seek revenge against people. It doesn't mean I don't get angry or pissed or hurt or whatever. I just don't need to get that. I don't have an ego big enough, I guess, to be bruised that bad. But you apparently have a huge one, so ego that is. Anyway, uh,
I have a big ego, man.
yes, you do. You have to have a big ego because if you don't have a big ego, you wouldn't care enough
No,
to
because
do revenge on them.
verbally abusive or
Then you should have been verbally abusive to him. It's more eye for an eye, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Not like, oh well, somebody hit my car, so I'm gonna I'm gonna chop their head off. I mean, to me, it's like your response is completely way above what happened. It's not relative to what happened. It's like when you're whatever the first one you said your example you used with the guy two times you or whatever, you should have fucking told him off and said fuck you bitch and told everybody the fact he done that to you and embarrassed him publicly, but not fucking ruined his car. I mean, to me, it's just like,
well, there was more to that too. There was more to that. Like,
but he didn't ruin your car, did he?
no, but it was more.
So,
He did say more than what I said to him on camera.
I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. But it's just interesting that we're very different on this topic because
No, he was. No, he also went around and was telling people that I was HIV positive.
so you should have run around and tell people he was HIV positive and told them that it was a fucking lie. Not, you know what I mean?
That I mean, but I was 19 when I did this.
I know. So was I. At the time I egged the guy's car, I was 19. I was young and stupid. But anyway, whatever. Anyway, it's interesting. It's interesting because I just think I think revenge is stupid and I think it's pointless. Now I think it's justified. I'm not saying it's not justifiable. I think there are times where it's justifiable. I'm just saying I think the response should equal the offense in the beginning. I think if somebody does one thing to you, then you should do something in kind to them. That's fine if you want revenge, but not go to the point of extremes where you're like hurting somebody physically or whatever. I think that's just wrong. But that's just me. But whatever. Interesting. Anywho, moving on. So let's talk about entertainment news. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay, so Housewives of Atlanta. There's 2 episodes in. The ratings are declining. They're saying Bravo is saying that the ratings are steadily declining. But I've said this before. They're 2 episodes in. I've watched both episodes. Both episodes were boring as fuck. So it's like I think people tired of seeing the same thing. You've had the same 7 women on for since the beginning of time. It's like, and I've seen people, like, put niggas old with the new. Bring in a few. I'm not saying recast the whole thing, but bring in like 2 or 3 girls and mix them with the old crowd just to get some genuine conflict, I guess, or like some genuine, just like a genuine storyline. Because now I feel like at this point they're just there for attention. Show up at these scenes and do their scenes and then they're gone. Like especially last season was the worst. Like that whole scene last year with Portia and Phaedra spending the night each other. I'm like, do you really think Phaedra left her 2 kids in that house so she could spend the night with Portia and wear a onesie all night while they playing with wigs and shit? Like, do you really think she would spend the night all night? I don't think so. I'm sure as soon as some producer yelled cut, Phaedra put back on her shit, got in her car, and went home. So this whole, I mean, the storyline, no one storyline seems interesting to me at this point. Like,
Well, let's talk about it. Let's see. First of all, I think you have Cynthia, who's now single after being divorced. She's still pining for her ex in some ways, in a way, wants to be close to him as a friend, but still misses him in a way. And she's starting to date, so that's an interesting storyline to see what she ends
well,
up doing.
her storyline is
And
interesting.
then we have Nene, who's back, and now